Hi there, Zelda here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I had to break down and make a script to get back into the swing of things since I'm so out of practice, so please bear with me if this intro or the episode feels a little different. I'm excited to be recording again. I feel fully recovered from my shoulder injury earlier this year, and I hope to be able to bring you all an episode about once each week. The episodes are going to be from this series. It is a Vanilla Plus survival multiplayer world. This is Dragonfell Season 3, and we are playing with 13 other streamers and content creators. There's going to be some links in the description below, so you can learn more about the other creators and the SMP in general. As some of my other series, I took some time to get myself geared up before feeling prepared to hit record. So we do have some gear and catching up to do here in this first episode. We are going to start here in this area talking a little bit about our home. This is my future base, and we are calling it Story Valley. I plan to do builds inspired by and adapted from every type of story, like fairy tales, folklore, nursery rhymes, urban legends, and more. I want to start, though, we have to start somewhere. So let's start at Skellywag Cove. Great. Just great. What a mess this has all become. At least I was able to salvage everything. I think I got everything of value anyway out up here onto the shore. But I don't know what I'm gonna do about this mess. Captain is not gonna be happy to find out that the ship is under 5 feet of water. I better get looking around and see what I can do. Wish me luck. There's torches up ahead. Signs of life. That's good or potentially bad. Hello? You don't look super friendly. I'm gonna continue on. Bones. That's concerning. Let's continue. More signs of life. But I've reached the end of the island. It appears to be getting kinda late in the day, though. The sun is setting, so maybe I go down into the mountain and see if I can get myself secure, tucked away. There might be a spot that I can hold up in for tonight. It looks like there's definitely a cave here. I'll be right back with you guys once I find a way down. Okay, I made it off of the cliff, and if you see behind me, it looks like there's signs of life. I'm kind of excited for this. I'm just hoping that they are friendly and I can barter some passage or supplies. My potatoes are running a little bit low, so I'm gonna see. I don't see anybody moving in there, but I want to make sure that they're friendly before I go in there. So I'm gonna touch base and see what's going on, see if I can help out their cause and potentially secure myself a place to live for a little bit. So let's see who we find. Hello? Hi? Hello? Hello? Well, I don't see anybody, but there are signs of life. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up some farms for them. There's a big cave behind me, and it looks like they don't have a lot of this stuff that we have from our neck of the woods. So I'm going to set up some farms for them, and hopefully they let me stay because they can see how good of a farmer I am. I don't know if they need a farmer pirate, but it's worth a shot. Well, nobody's here, so maybe I can gain some favor with them. We'll find out. Welcome back. Guess what I've done? I have gotten several farms set up and ready. And I think they're gonna enjoy everything that we brought over with us. So I was able to manage to secure some of each type of our crop that we were transporting on our ship. So we've got our beetroots, carrots, wheat, we've got cocoa back there, we've got potatoes, because you know that was obviously the first one I had to plant so that I could keep eating. And then we got the melons, pumpkins, we got some bamboo, and then I started running out of space, and because still nobody is around, I found even more space down here. So I was able to get some sugar cane up and then a bit of cactus going. So I think they've got to let me stay, right? They've got to let me stay when they see how much work I've put in. And so I'm just hoping. I also even added a little bit of like a fancy statue for them. Whenever the pirates get back, I'm hoping that they will take this as a sign of friendship. I'm really hoping they weren't planning anything for this cave, but it was completely open and empty, and just bad monsters all around. So I think with that, I'm gonna go to bed and rest, and we'll catch up with the pirates hopefully soon, if they're if there's any left. Well, that was our adventure at Scallywag Cove. We will see, I guess, to be continued, where to go from there. But basically, we were able to get started together with a group of pirates. Yar! Get some basic stuff set up, make it survivalable, make this world survivalable. And then we had set off for our own base location, which actually I'm a little bit far away from at the moment. The valley is actually right there. Let me bring up my crosshairs. The Story Valley is right there. So what I think I'm going to do actually is I'm setting up on this little island. We have a couple things on this world, namely the mini map and the like big overhead map. And so here's the valley we were in at the intro. And there's this little island right here that I think is actually going to be our first build. So a couple things about this season. I'm probably going to spread out quite a bit. We have, as I mentioned, the stories are going to spread out into the meadows. Unfortunately, there's a big hole in this one, but we've got two big meadow hills. And then we have forests around us. And then also this is the farming district. We'll do some catching up there in just a second. My farming stuff, little personal stuff, but everywhere, like kind of around the valley, think of it as like the stories are seeping out of the valley into the other areas, because if I do all of the stories in one area, it's gonna look a little cluttered. So I want to really give each story its space to breathe so that we can like develop pathways and lore in between and kind of have room to grow. So what was originally going to be my starter house, let me emphasize this build was intended to be a starter house. Yes, it is it's a little bit more significant. The top chests are empty because I'm going to start tearing out the forest, but this is a look at most of what I'm going to be using for this build. So we're out here on this island, and it's pretty much, I mean, this whole island is going to be dedicated to one story. And our starter base build is pretty much going to go smack here in the middle. So again, when I bring up the map here, we're pretty much going to go like right in here with the build. So I'm going to get started clearing the forest, and we will either be able to bring you back for more Skellywag Cove, or I'm hoping to be able to get my starter base together. Oh my. I mentioned that I'm a little bit rusty with recording, right? Right? Oh wow, that took a while. I very, very nearly bit off more than I could chew. So I am really hoping that that time lapse just looked really cool, because otherwise I'm gonna cry. A little bit, but at least I'm kind of back into, we're back into the swing of things a little bit, and we have our starter base. Yes, not only was the recording of this a lot more than I thought, yeah, actually building it this early in game, I thought I used really survival friendly materials. I didn't think it was too big, but it's like, I don't know, 70 blocks tall. That's probably exaggeration, but holy cow, it's tall. And I missed a lot of details. I'm gonna go around and do another pass. And also, I didn't make it spawn proof like I thought I did. So as I'm walking around, I have light mod back. So these little turquoise lines, I don't think they're going to show up in the recording, but I did want to mention, they might. I hope not, because it's going to look really ugly. Most of the roof is, not spawn proof. So I'm going to have to figure out, I think I'm going to do a couple more bushes, and hide some lanterns inside the bushes in some way. Because, let me go ahead and engage free cam, just because this is It's big. It's a big boy. It's a big boy boot. So the what's the word I'm looking for? The story that this is based on is obviously the old lady who lived in the shoe. I thought it was funny. I'm not saying I'm an old lady, but I am saying that we're gonna live in a shoe. So let's go ahead and get inside real quick. It's about to become night, and I will show you guys. I had to put in the one of the floor layers just because I was having a hard time getting in and out. I wasn't planning to do any of the interior, but I did go ahead and do just this base level here. You can kind of see a little bit of the floor print we're gonna go for. But I needed this here so that I could get to the doors, because it's like, you know, a couple blocks difference. And I didn't always want to have to come to this door here because my materials were sat out front. So I was like, I'll cave, I'll do one layer. So I don't know if it's really that obvious in the time lapse, but I do have plans for the interior. The starting area here, this room right here, this dark oak room, is the whole reason I wanted to get going on this, and why I feel a little silly now. I started working on this because this is going to be my enchant area, and you can't really tell at the moment, but my tools are, I've already got them maxed. So I definitely need to work on my armor though. So we're gonna work on my armor at the actual enchanting table. But we have enchanting, and then I'm gonna have like a little area to go down into a mine. I'm gonna have a little smelting area, and then a little storage area, and you'll see I'm starting to move in over here. So let's go ahead and have one last sleep real quick, because it is getting dark, and like I mentioned, this thing is not spawn proof. So I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys back and show, yay, the build! The exterior is done! And I was just about to start packing up my extra build materials and move them in, and I was like, no, let's celebrate, and actually record. Here and now. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Yes, it's a boot. It looks exactly like I was hoping it would. I did base this on a bit of fan art, or well, not fan art, I guess maybe the old lady who lives in the shoe has fan art, but basically a concept drawing of the shoe, and found out later that some other really prominent YouTubers have actually done this years ago. I thought I was being super fun, but I think it turned out really good. I'm pretty proud of it. Like I mentioned, there's a couple details on the outside missing. I missed some lanterns, but even the ones that I had planned weren't quite enough, and I've got to obviously transition the ground a little better. I'm going to do some custom cliffs along this front edge, and then some slightly larger custom trees so that it kind of matches its surrounding. But I'm just so glad it's done. And the other thing about this story is that the way this story goes is the old woman who lived in the shoe had so many children she didn't know what to do. So this is also going to be where we move our villagers in. So it's going to be a starter base / village trading hall. So we're going to have the villagers. I'm not sure if they'll be free reign or if I'll give them bedrooms and find a way to close them into each of their bedrooms, but I thought it would be funny. So I'm going to leave here. I'm going to get moved in, and that might be it for episode 1. If it is, thank you so much for being back, guys. I'm sorry, I'm spazzing out with the camera. I'm so excited to be back. If it's not, I'm so sorry. That was a little bit of excitement. But I'm pretty sure that this is it. This is all I got in me. So we will catch you next week. Bye!